The camera was on for no reason at all. A baby sat quietly on the floor. A dog moved closer. In the background, the parents were arguing about one terrifying decision. What happened seconds later was never meant to be recorded. And once you see it, you won't forget it. Before we start, make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. And really, I'm curious, where are you watching from? Drop your country name in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. They were a normal family, living a quiet life in a small home. A loving mother, a protective father, and their baby girl who had just started sitting on her own. A few months earlier, they had adopted a dog from a shelter, hoping to give him a second chance at life. At first, everything seemed fine. The dog was calm, obedient, and mostly kept to himself. But one day, the father learned something disturbing. Before the adoption, this same dog had once attacked a man, bit him badly. No one had told them the full story. From that moment on, fear replaced trust. The father began to see the dog not as a pet, but as a danger waiting to happen. That evening, the tension inside the house felt heavier than usual. The father's fear had turned into anger, and he could no longer hide it. He stood firm, saying the dog had to leave the house today. He reminded the mother again and again about the dog's past, about the man who had been bitten, about the risk they were taking with their child, but the mother refused to agree. She argued that the dog had never shown aggression, never harmed anyone in their home. To her, the dog was misunderstood, not dangerous. Their voices slowly grew louder as emotions took over. Unnoticed by both of them, the camera continued recording. The baby sat quietly on the floor, and the dog was still inside the room. The argument pulled the parents further into their own world. Their focus locked on each other instead of the room around them. The baby sat on the floor, gently tapping her hands together, unaware of the tension filling the air. The dog slowly walked closer and sat beside her, silent and alert. His ears twitched at every small sound, his eyes scanning the space as if he sensed something was wrong. The house felt unusually quiet beneath the raised voices. No one noticed how still the dog had become. No one realized that this calm was about to break. While the parents continued arguing, something far more dangerous was happening. The front door, left unlocked, slowly opened. A shadow slipped quietly into the house. The man moved with caution, every step calculated, every sound controlled. His eyes immediately locked onto the baby sitting on the floor. The parents didn't hear a thing. Their voices drowned out the soft creak of the door, the slow footsteps approaching. The man bent down, stretching his arms toward the child, his breathing heavy with urgency. At that exact moment, the dog's body stiffened. His head lifted, his eyes fixed on the stranger. The baby giggled softly, unaware of the danger inches away. And just as the man reached out to pick her up, the dog moved. In one explosive moment, the dog lunged forward with a force no one expected. His calm silence shattered into chaos as he clamped onto the man's arm, knocking him backward. The kidnapper screamed in pain, stumbling as he tried to pull away, but the dog refused to let go. His grip was fierce, protective, and unrelenting. The baby burst into startled cries as the struggle erupted just inches away. Furniture scraped across the floor. The man yelled for help, his voice filled with panic instead of confidence. That scream finally cut through the parents' argument. They rushed into the room and froze in horror at the sight before them, their baby on the floor, a stranger struggling, and the dog standing between them, teeth bared. Refusing to back down. The camera kept recording everything. Every second, every sound. And in that moment, nothing would ever be the same. The father moved first, pulling the baby into his arms while the mother shouted for help. The man on the floor tried to crawl away, clutching his bleeding arm, his face twisted in pain and fear. As the parents stared at him, something felt disturbingly familiar. Then it hit the father like a punch to the chest. He recognized the man. This was the same person who had once come to him, warning him about the dog, claiming it was dangerous, claiming it had attacked him without reason. Now the truth was standing right in front of them. This man hadn't been a victim. He had been a threat. The dog hadn't attacked out of aggression. It had acted to stop something far worse. And suddenly, Everything the father believed began to fall apart. The father's hands trembled as he held his daughter close, his heart pounding with shame and relief. He looked at the dog standing nearby, still alert, still protecting. All the fear he had carried for weeks now felt painfully misplaced. This wasn't a dangerous animal. This was a guardian. Memories replayed in his mind, the warnings, the doubts, the arguments. He realized how close he had come to sending the dog away forever. Slowly he knelt down, his voice breaking as he whispered an apology. Pressing his forehead against the dog's dot in that moment, the father understood the truth. This dog hadn't just saved his child. He had changed his heart forever. From that day on, the dog was no longer questioned or feared. He became part of the family in a way no one could ever doubt again. The father watched closely as the dog sat beside his daughter, gentle and loyal, as if nothing in the world mattered more than her safety. The house felt different now, lighter, calmer. Fear had been replaced with trust and doubt with gratitude. The father knew one thing for certain. This dog hadn't just protected his child that day. He had earned a place in their lives forever. Sometimes the heroes we fear the most are the ones protecting us in silence. What would you have done in this situation? Let us know in the comments below. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more unbelievable true style stories.